Hey guys, 681shadow, one of your analysts for the Pokemon Masters Cup, and welcome to Week 3 of the weekly recap. Now, I'm here with my partner, Arkiknight,
Hello, everybody. It's Arkiknight, and
and
sorry about week 2.
yeah, I was just gonna say that. I'd like to formally
Sorry.
apologize about the Week 1 audio issues and the Week 2 recap not being there. We would have made up the Week 2 recap, but just lack of time, and we wanted to get this one out and restart on the right foot. So we just have
Yes.
the Week 3 for you guys. So, do you want to start off?
I guess. I mean, I have nothing else better to do than start off a recap. But I guess we'll start off with the Crobats and the Pikachus. I don't really have much to say other than I see Venusaur got a freaking 4 kills. Teach me.
To teach me the ways.
Teach me the ways of the Venusaur. No. He did good, even though Aki made questionable late games, which brought the game back in the Pikachu's favor, almost. But it was actually a good game the entire time. And I did see Malamar with Hypnosis.
Well,
I
that's
don't know if
interesting.
is that a regular thing?
I don't know. I haven't not really used Malamar that much, so I cannot tell you if that's a real thing.
The only thing I
Like
see
it's,
Malamar use is Superpower.
yeah, I've only seen Superpower, Psycho Cut, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But I don't really have other to say.
All
So
right. All right.
Aki did preserve Venusaur well, which helped him win.
Yeah. All right. So for my first battle, we have the Hamden High Dragons, coached by J-Specs, versus the Orlando City Superiors, coached by D-Pad Gamer. So there was good prep and play on both sides. I didn't really see any questionable plays, in my opinion, in this match. And Specs did a really nice job of using his Goregeist to wear down the Megalopony and the physical threats on the Orlando's team. And I really thought that the Healing Wish Megalopony was amazing prep on D-Pad's part.
That was
To once
that
the Jirachi was, because the Megalopony, I could have sworn it. I could have saw it from Specs' perspective, so I could have sworn the Lopunny was at 1 HP, and it clicked Healing Wish
yeah.
and healed up the worn down burned Jirachi.
I saw that. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that was a good match, and D-Pad definitely took the win. It was a close match. It was a 1-0, but
Diggersby.
yeah, Diggersby. But it was definitely a really good match. I enjoyed watching it. They both played very well, and since it's a divisional match, I'll be happy to see the rematch later on. So
Oh yeah.
that's all I have to say for that one.
Well, I want to save the best for us. Next, we're going to go to the Crocodiles versus the Greninjas. Oh, the game was interesting. Jellicent put in work. Rotom Heat. Disappointed with the Greninjas. They didn't do anything with it. They did. Rotom Heat didn't get any kills. I'm sad.
Yeah.
But it was considered a battle of the mascots because the Crocodiles brought Crocodile and the Greninjas brought Greninja.
Nah.
That was a good game. It was very close and I enjoyed it. Jellicent put in the finest of work.
Yeah. It's really fun to see the lower tier mons putting in a bunch of work. It really
Right.
is. Cause like they're low tier, but they just swept.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Right.
That's what
Anything?
low tiers usually are. Either
Yeah.
defensive or sweepers.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you have to say on that one?
Go Dragology. That's all I have to say.
All right. So the next match that I'm going to be recapping is the Cleveland Cavaliers, coached by Phantom Base, versus the Mesquite Mesbrits, coached by Lugia X, aka Kyle. And the prep was good on both sides, but I did not like the play so much on the Mesbrits side because, for example, he unnecessarily sacked off his Mega Pidgeot, and I do believe he should have calced that play because I did see it from his side on his video, and he just went ahead and clicked it. He didn't. He never said he calced the play or anything, and his Mega Pidgeot just died, which is a very good mon on his team, and it could have turned the tide of the match. Even though he still did win 1-0, he could have had higher differential.
Hey,
And yeah,
I
Are
was hyped
gone?
not to see Masquerade.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't bring them Masquerade. But what else I want to say? Oh yeah, when the Nidoking living the flash cannon from, I believe, the Magneton, was it? I think it was the Magneton.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Magneton, that played an extremely crucial role to who won the game, because if it would have gotten the roll to kill, then Phantom Base would have won that game. But it was a close 1-0. It was a good game by both sides. I'd just love to see better prep from, I mean, not better prep, better play from the Mespritz in the future. That's all I have to say on that one.
Yeah. I don't really have much to say other than Kyle, please stop choking. Like even if you won, you still choked.
All right.
The next game, I think that was a 1-0, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Next we have the Dallas Staryu versus the Dallas Minetrix. 4-0 going towards Minetrix, and I gotta say that when I was watching Lucky, um, there was a point in which I think he play rough the Togekiss, or I think it was play rough, and he was like freaking out because he thought it said it's very effective, or was it Flash Cannon? It was Flash Cannon, I think, and he thought it was Zoroark, and he was like freaking out because he thought it was Zoroark, and so he was like, why isn't it going away? But no, I just gotta say, Hariyama equals poop. He brought out Hariyama against an Excadrill. And Excadrill, I think, used Earthquake and did like 75-80% damage.
Wow. But honestly, I've seen Hariyama put in the finest of work. It's
Yes.
not something to be underestimated. Even though it didn't do stuff in this match, it's definitely something not to be underestimated.
Or any of the last two matches.
Yeah.
um, T-Tar put in the finest. That T-Tar and Excadrill put in the finest of work. But Rancor got 3 kills, Excadrill got 2. Other than that though, the Staryu definitely had hacks go their way. Like, not go their way, but like against them.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was like everything possible. Like, Hariyama missed the cross chop when Excadrill used Earthquake.
Oh, the cross shot. See, me personally, when playing a league match, I don't like bringing the moves that can very well miss, like a decent chance to miss. Like I don't like Focus Blast too much, but that's probably the one I run the most often out of the poorly accurate moves. Like I don't like running Hydro Pump, Fire Blast, because one miss from those moves can just lose you the game.
Yeah. And also, Togekiss killed the Klefki, and Lucky brought out the T-Tar and started Dragon Dancing. Basically got a free Dragon Dance because of Paralyze.
Wow.
So that led to I think it led to the, like, sweep to the end. Basically. Yeah. That was basically it.
That's it. All right.
Because I don't think Milotic Venomoth and Aphil really didn't do much. It was basically just the Excadrill and Tyranitar show.
All right. Yeah, they definitely did do quite a bit of work, seeing as T-Tar did get 3 kills and Extra got 2.
Yeah.
And that one passive death from the Kingdra. What was that from, by the way? Because they aren't on the sheet, and I don't exactly remember.
It was Sandstorm.
A Sandstorm, right? That makes sense. All right, so the next match that we're going to be going over is the Kansas City Kingdras, coached by Kingdra, plays games. I think that's his YouTube. We just call him Kingdra. And
Yeah.
the Baltimore Orioles, coached by my guy CJ. So there was definitely good prep from both sides, but I think the plays from Kingdra were a bit lackluster, in my
Oh yeah.
opinion. There were definitely some questionable plays that he made. For some reason, I didn't. For some reason, I didn't write down any of them for this match. I don't know why, but there were definitely some questionable plays. If you watch the battle yourself on either side's channel, I did see CJ's perspective, but if you see it on either side, you'll see that there were some questionable plays for those of us who are slightly more skilled. But
Slightly more.
slightly. But Kingdra does have a bulky team, and CJ was still able to pick up the win by. Hold on, let me see. What was the result of that match? I think it was decent. Was it decently close? No, it was a 4. Never mind. It
It
was.
was a 4-0.
Never mind.
There's nothing.
Oh, there were quite a few 4-0s this week and 1-0s. But
I don't know, but
yeah,
Ariel is making me like Mega Steelix. It just looks really cool.
yeah, and also and also the cryogonal in the CJ's cryogonal was actually misgened, so it didn't do anything in the match.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, it was misgened, but he was still able to pick up the win by being able to late game sweep with his Salamence. And Salamence is a
Oh yeah.
powerful mon, despite the 4 times weakness. It can do crazy things.
You have to always prep for silence. Like I don't. If
Yeah.
I know silence, people kind of don't think it like they think it's really good, but it's not that hard to prep for. But if you don't play right and you let silence get up the beat answer too, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over. Especially when if it has a Moxie boost as well.
Yeah. The only thing that can stop that is like Sash with an ice type move.
Sash or Sneasel and Weeball with Ice Shard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's really all I have to say on that match. It was a decisive victory of 4-0, and hopefully I'm expecting for Kingdra to have better plays and possibly better prep in the future.
And a win.
Yeah, and the win. Yeah, that
And a
too.
win. And a win. Next we have the New Jersey Dwebbles and the Misty Drapions. Misty, she needs to learn Magic Coat and Rock Polish. I was watching Misty's side, and the entire time, she was like, I don't know what this Magic Coat is, but it keeps knocking my hazards to my side.
Definitely. That's something to really. I know some of the coaches here aren't as experienced as others in the format, which I understand entirely. I do run a league myself, and I do know how the skill gap can be
Oh,
in
yeah.
effect based on how well one team does against another team.
Yeah, I
So,
just, yeah, I just had a match a few days ago where someone didn't know what Magic Coat was,
mm.
and a Magic Coat is Sticky Webs.
Yeah, so definitely, it's good to do a bit of research. Like if you're when you're prepping, I believe on the team page it shows like all the abilities each mon can get. So if you don't know what something is or what something does, definitely look it up.
Yeah,
It will really help you, or ask someone who's more experienced in the format. I know the people who I go to for help because they're really experienced.
yeah, well, um, the
Yeah,
Dwebbles are actually really well with Mega Sableye. Not Mega Sableye, Mega Banette.
and I can say, oh, they're the same thing, right?
Yeah, basically. I mean, actually, no, Mega Sableye didn't do anything this week for the, Crocodiles.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah, but then
but,
Lando T getting 4 kills.
yes. But that was a late game sweep.
Mm.
But the, Mega Banette did its job. It magic coated rocks. It, let's see, it Will-O-Wisp, Dragonite, Mamoswine, and Staraptor. And at one point, Misty, I think she might have got a Dragon Dance up. I'm trying to remember. But, I think she might have. But she got 3 straight kills with Dragonite. And she was about to, she was going to go, she clicked Dragon Tail on the Mega Banette when it came in. And it Willow with Dragonite, and she missed the Dragon Tail.
Ah,
So she Earthquaked the next turn, and then just...
that is rough.
Maybe if she, clicked Earthquake twice, she could have got 4 kills. And that way, Banette was a problem, and with... I think she only had one... Whoa, now with another team. She only has 1 special attacker with Starmie. And 2 actually with Diancie too.
Yeah.
But, like, that's hard. And Lando lived on a sliver. When it got its last few kills, it lived on a sliver against the Yancy.
Wow. The game of Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
All right, so anything else you have to say on that match before we go to the last one of the
They
week?
both played really well, and I hope to see improvement and research on plays.
Research. Yeah, I definitely hope to see some better things from these matches. But anyways, time to go on to the final match of the recap. We have, and probably the one I have the most notes on, the Tampa Bay Frogadiers, coached by the Verd, versus the Colorado Rapidash, coached by Dr. V. So this was definitely a very important divisional match, seeing as they were, I believe they were both 2-0 before this match,
Oh yeah, they were. That
and
actually was actually a really good match.
yeah, um, and there and there was good prep from both sides. However, Dr. V didn't play as well as he could have, in my opinion. Like for example, he had to rely on Dark Pulse flinches on the Lantern because he sacked off his Regice, which was his special wall, way too early in the match, which put him into a not so good situation.
Yeah.
And then and also because he wasn't playing too well, in my opinion, the Verd was able to outplay him, and and there was an awkward situation, which once again we should going back to the topic of research. Um, V did not think that he thought that even though the Heatran had an air balloon, hidden power ground would hit because it's based as a normal move. But he was like, okay, so it's gonna hit like a normal move, but it's so it shouldn't get affected by air balloon, but it got affected by air balloon, so that was an awkward situation for him. So maybe a bit of research there, but that's kind of understandable, in my opinion, more understandable than Magic Guard, but that's just me. And I saw that V did not have prep for all of his for every mon on the Verd's team because he did have trouble with certain things. I didn't think that he had enough prep for certain mons, and that's just something to make sure you don't prep for the because for league format a common thing that some of the less experienced players do, they only prep for the 6 mons they think are coming. And
Oh yeah.
if there's a curveball that comes out, they lose most like 9 out of 10 times. So make sure you just prep for every mon on the team, and you'll be doing a lot better. But
It's
anyways,
easy. It's easier
yeah.
to like prep, but like when you're prepping, like find the ones that you know definitely will not come with whoever because they're weak to your entire team, and then just go. And then once you take out like 2 or 3, then it's easier to prep and have coverage for everything else.
hmm And what I found is when you're prepping, you find that one mon that's weak to your entire team. When you prep for the other mons, you still have prep for that one mon that's weak to your team, even
Basically,
if they
yeah.
bring it. I actually had a situation like that with my league because the guy I was facing he had regular Audino, and I was like, my team beats this regular Audino, and he brought it, and it got the last kill, and I lost. But then again, it was really close for a few reasons, but I could tell you that after we record because we're just about done here. So that's really
Yeah.
all I have to say on that match. You have anything else to say before we wrap this up?
Nah, that's about it. Weekly recast for week 3.
All right, so that is it for the Week 3 weekly recap. There were a bunch of good matches this week. Some I'll definitely have to watch more in depth after hearing the commentary on them. But that's going to be all. Thank you all for watching. Remember to leave a like and go support everyone who's involved with the PMC. They're all doing a tremendous job to make sure everything gets done on time. We have not been doing as much as that. But
We just fixed the audio. We're getting there.
yeah, we're getting there, but we'll be better in the coming weeks. So I'm 681shadow, and
And this is Arkiknight.
we will see you all on week 4 recap. See you all next time.
Adios.